this tutorial, we will learn what is JSX in React.js. Basically, JSX stands for JavaScript extension, JAVAS, JavaScript extension. JSX is nothing but just JavaScript extension. So let me have an example that what is JSX inside JavaScript, React.js. Let I have h1 tag. I have just written h1 tag and I'm going to save it. So the only one thing that you should keep in mind that just open your command prompt and here you have to start your server. First of all, you have to move to your disk, and inside disk you have to move in folder. In that folder which we are working, this is React app. Let me see it in the folder. I think this one, first React app. Yeah, no, I saw the path. I'm just writing here. Change directory, first React app, and now let me see what directories it have. It has further a directory which is known as React app. So I have to move in a React app in which I am working at the time being. Change directory, React app. Now inside this folder I have to start my server. Node package manager start. It will take some time, and after some time our node package manager would start successfully. So just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. It will show us the output after some time. It is going to start, so skip it. It is still pending, so it will start. So what is JSX in React.js? Basically this is the HTML like looking data. This is nothing but just a JSX in React.js. This data is nothing but just we can say that here is where to write. If you remember, in JavaScript we had document.getElement by id root, and what is root inside React.js? If we move in our index.html, you can see that here is an id and id's name is root, and this is where is index.js. This all the root is copied in root, which is a variable of const type, and const.render. Basically JavaScript is going to render it inside this root. You can see that this root dot render, what to render, h1 tag is going to render at the time being. So let me show the output. It is still loading, so just wait. Now I hope you understood that why we had these two lines. Basically this is nothing. I have told you that this one is pointing to the root which is in index.html, and here is our div, and inside this div we have id named as root. Where is index.js? And inside this root we are going to render what to render? h1 tag, and inside h1 tag I have a sentence. Hi there, it's engineer somewhere. So this is any dummy sentence. I written it by myself. So let me show you. Here you can see that I have the output at localhost 3000. So let me further explain to JSX. First of all, I have to move in my Google Chrome, and here I will type Babel. No, what is Babel? Babel is nothing but just you can say it's advanced compiler of JavaScript. Try out it, and here I will explain that how our all code is running. This code is written in React.js, as you can see, and the Babel is just nothing but just JavaScript compiler, which is an advanced compiler, and this compiler is translating this whole data into our basic JavaScript, and it is providing it by converting into JavaScript. Control C, and I am going to copy here. Control V. You can see that how the Babel is going to convert it in our JavaScript. You can see here the code. Let me set it. Here I have React.js code, and here the Babel, which is the React.js compiler, is translating it in React.js. That import JSX as JSX from I have seen it that it is imported, and const root is nothing but just the same like this. So here I have a problem. Let me show you in clear way. Control C and have a comparison with our previous code. Control V. I'm going to comment it. No, if you remember, we have a const type root, and this is the same as this one, is equal to react dom dot create root, and here is also same, and it is pointing document dot get element by id root, and I have told you what is root inside this. This line is basically the same, and about this line, root dot render, here is also the same root dot render. This is nothing but just this is basically is working just for React DOM, which I have imported. Because of this one, the root dot render is working. So let me remove it. So you can see that this is hyphen JSX and h1 tag, and inside h1 tag we have children. This is nothing but just a translated version of this React.js, and it is translated by, I have told you that this is translated by advanced compiler of JavaScript, which is known as Babel. So root.render, I have told you what is render, that we have to show something, that's called render. h1 tag, and in h1 tag we have brackets, and inside brackets we have children. You can say that in h1 tag we have children, and inside children we have this sentence, and you can see that this is you can say it's a huge code and also looking a bit difficult. That's why we use just React.js, and it is automatically compiled by Babel. Let me save it and show you the output. I have an error. I think we had removed something from our code. Control Z. Oh, we had removed import JSX. Control S. You can see that the output is still same, but Babel is just importing this React.js and React DOM as in the form as React.js as hyphen React.js from React.js dot slash JSX hyphen runtime. So this is how it can import JSX, and here we can see that in React.js we have JSX, and this JSX is defined in React.js. If I don't make it comment and have an output like, if I comment it, because we have two roots, now you can see that the error is ran away. So engineer somewhere from, we can Pakistan, Control S, import is body of module. Let me check the error. Import in body of module, reorder to top import first. So let me see the error. The error is basically we had defined this root, and this is basically locally defined, and I can write it this code, Control X inside this, because root is locally declared. Control S, Control C. I think there is an error, still error. Control C. No, if I comment it, you can see that no, this is the same as this one, and you can see this is a huge code, and this is only two lines. One line is same and the other lines are a bit difficult. Control S, and you can see this is the output. So these are basically two methods we can write, and we have also a third method which is in pure JavaScript. So let me show you the pure JavaScript. We can have, let me also comment it. We can have where h1 is equal to document dot get element by id, and here we can have id as root, as I have told you what is root here, and I can write h1 dot I can say inner HTML. h1 dot inner HTML is equal to engineer somewhere. This is just my name, so ignore it. You can have any other sentence. No, what is basically happened, where h1 is equal to document dot get element by id, and id is root, and this is pointing to that id. H1 is just pointing to that id. H1 means that that id dot inner HTML is equal to this name. And now I can say that document dot get element by id, and I can have id here as root. But this was just I am showing that how it would look like in our JavaScript, that if we don't write any React code. I think I have deleted my React code, so ignore it. This is also same as I have written in my React code. So let me move back to our code. I have deleted, it would come back. You can see this one is our React code. This one is our React code. So let me show you that we have React DOM, which is basically render, and you can have a question that why we have imported React from React, and we did not use anything like React from import React from React here. So you can say in React DOM we have used root.render, but from React we didn't use anything. One thing I gonna tell you that this JSX is nothing but just is written by React.js. So if I comment it, you can see there will be an error in output. Control S. There is no error. So this was all about React JSX. What is JSX? In short, I am going to tell you that anything which is looking like HTML is nothing but just a JSX in React.js. So I hope you understood it clearly now. So thank you.